The quiet town of KwaZulu-Natal fell into a heavy silence as mourners gathered beneath the soft grey skies for what was expected to be a solemn farewell to former Minister Nathi Mthethwa. But what was meant to be a dignified and peaceful burial quickly transformed into one of the most emotionally charged and jaw-dropping moments South Africa has witnessed in recent memory. As the crowd filled the cemetery grounds, politicians, journalists, family members, and old comrades, a lingering tension could be felt. Whispers drifted between mourners, speculating about the rumors that had swirled since his mysterious passing. For days, there had been talk of betrayal, political fallout, and personal anguish that shadowed Mthethwa's final moments. But no one was prepared for what his family would reveal once they took the stage. When the microphone was passed to Mthethwa's eldest son, the atmosphere changed. His voice trembled, not just with grief but with the weight of secrets long buried. "My father didn't die in peace," he began, pausing as murmurs rippled through the audience. "He carried pain caused not by illness, but by those he trusted most. The truth must be told today, because he can't defend himself anymore." The silence that followed was suffocating. Heads turned toward the front rows, where several prominent ANC figures sat stiffly, their eyes fixed on the ground. The son continued, revealing how his father had been isolated and betrayed by those within his political circle, suggesting that what the public knew of Mthethwa's fall from grace was only half the story. According to the family, Nathi had grown increasingly distant in his final months. He reportedly confided in his relatives about being cut off from key party activities and how certain individuals were plotting to erase his legacy. His brother, visibly emotional, took over the microphone and confirmed that Nathi had expressed fear and deep disappointment not just with his comrades, but with the system he once helped build. "He gave everything to this country, but when he needed support, they turned their backs on him," his brother said. "They left him to carry the weight of scandals he didn't create, and now they sit here pretending to honor him." Gasps and murmurs echoed through the crowd. Cameras flashed as reporters scribbled notes furiously. The ceremony, which began as a traditional send-off, had turned into an unfiltered confession, a raw and painful truth broadcast to the world. Mthethwa's widow later stepped forward, her calm presence commanding silence. "For too long, my husband was silenced," she said softly. "He was loyal to the movement, but loyalty cost him everything: his peace, his friends, and eventually, his life. We are not here to accuse, but to speak the truth he could not." Her words struck deeply. Behind her, their children stood with tear-streaked faces, holding hands. The tension between family and party was now undeniable. Some officials shifted uncomfortably, while others quietly left the venue. What was supposed to be a eulogy had become an indictment, a reckoning with the very forces that had shaped Mthethwa's political journey. By the time the casket was lowered, the crowd was divided, half in shock, half in quiet agreement. It was clear that the family's words had peeled back a layer of secrecy surrounding the late minister's final days. Whether it was the truth or a family's grief speaking through pain, one thing was certain: Nathi Mthethwa's death had reopened old wounds within the ANC and reignited questions about loyalty, legacy, and betrayal in South African politics. As mourners dispersed, some were seen shaking their heads, others deep in thought. The burial had not just laid a man to rest, it had resurrected the ghosts of political betrayal that still haunt the corridors of power. In the end, one message lingered in the wind over the grave: the truth always finds its way out, even in death.